Hi, this is Doris. I want to break down the energies. Alright, you probably heard me from listening to the other tapes talk about tribal energy, collective energy, and individual energy. Where it comes from and what does it mean. Now when you look at how the energy comes to a person, tribal would be, let's think of it as an Indian tribal, because it'd be easy to think of it that way. They do for the tribe. They'll do anything from getting up and cooking or getting up and running after a deer and killing it. They have whatever their job is to help that tribe. They'll give in the energy. Now what does it mean by giving the energy? They have the energy to do the task, and also any cells that would be used during that task will be happily healed, safe, replenished, everything that they need to do it successfully. And as you see the tribal energy, they're calm, the task will come, they'll get as much energy as they need, as high up as they need to lift it, to go. And then after that task is done, then their energy goes back to neutral. Because they'll get the energy to do that mission or that job they have to do. Now, when you look at number 2, the collective people, they have more of the up and down energy. When they're awake and they're full, they go out and somebody says, "Hey, help me do something." They don't care if it's their tribal. They don't care what ethic it is. They don't care about nothing. They just want to help mankind, rich, poor. They don't care. They're willing to help mankind, and they'll get the energy to do it, and it makes them happy, and then they go up and down in that area. It's a waves. They don't have to focus on, do I know those people, or are they tribal, or is it going to benefit my family? It doesn't matter as much. Now some people are, like I said, are born with all 3, and some of these were born with this, 1 or 2. So when you look at your gates and you see different type of gates, you might start realizing that some are tribal and some are not, some are different. Now the individual, they have the starting point of their energy level, and if they see that they can get a chance to individually make themselves better, they'll get straight up all the energy they need, or they go straight down if they're sad. But that's how the energy and the flows work. When you look at it during the paths of the 3 major circuit groups, you can see that the paths, if you pause this and look at it, they go different ways of the jobs. Now I'm going to tell you a story that, let's say that the husband is the last chart. He's a tribal person. Basically, everything, all his gates and stuff are more tribal because you did his chart, so you know he's tribal. But his wife is collective. She has a different attitude, different way she does things. And you can see in this one, if you want to pause this, you can see there is a little bit of difference in the lines of where they go. So he's sitting at home, and she walks in. She just came from the neighbor's house. He has not met them yet. And she watched him carry a couch in. He was struggling to that person, and she said, "Hold on, I'll go get my husband. He don't know you, but I'm sure he'll help you carry that into the house." So she runs up to him, and he does it to save peace in the house. Even though he doesn't, she just tells him where to go and there's what to do. Now he does it, but where did that energy come from? Now because he's so tribal, he only gets the energy to help his own tribe. He does not know that person, so basically that energy that he's supposed to get to do that job and to do it safely and happily and with all injury repaired. Let's just go all the way out on that. Um, this was for she's doing this, having him do this, and because she's collective and she's gonna, that's hers. So she volunteered him to do it, and you might see, you don't know. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that if he comes and says, "Oh, my leg hurts tonight," well, honey, you've been carrying couches for me all the time. Your leg didn't hurt then. It was his attitude of where it came from. His energy flow was changed. It wasn't. It was changed in a different way. It might have went through his ego first. Went through a different route. And even though the job was done, and he does that all the time when it's tribal, because this was not something that he did. He could say, "Oh, now my knee hurts," because the way his attitude works is that he totally wasn't 100% behind the idea. So there's one example of how knowing human design and knowing your charts and knowing your gates. Now, if she would have walked up to him and said, "Hey, let's go meet these people," and taken a different approach, then maybe he wouldn't have felt it. I'm not trying to point fingers of blame, but I'm just showing you an example of how your energy comes to you through your attitude. And you can also block that energy or change it because of an attitude. Because it's the way that the flow is. So I'm hoping that was going to answer a question I had. Thank you